Y'all know I was a tomboy, and plus didn't play games, and an introvert, and indigo, and all that other stuff. So I wasn't the typical girlfriend in the group of girls. So it's a quick story time. So when I was in college, my mustache made me remember this story. When I was in college, let me write this down because I'm gonna tell you the story time about yesterday. The in-laws first about this fight. It was another story time I was gonna tell you. So like I told y'all, Mister took me to the thrift store. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. The dollar store and the thrift store are guilty pleasures of mine. I don't go often, but I do go regularly, like once every. Man, I haven't been going very regularly. I used to go at least once every few months. I've been slipping. So he took me to the thrift store, but like I said, it's a guilty pleasure. So I got all daintied up to go. Put me a face on. I stopped just short of eyelashes. I was gonna put some eyelashes on, but we were trying to make a date of it. So we were gonna go and eat first, and then go through, and then run through. So we did just that. And while we were there, Mr. Sisters has been looking for Jillian Mike. She's on, we're all older. She's older than us. And so on her weight loss regimen, so she watches reality shows and stuff like that. So she became a Jillian Michaels fan. Let me change his name because I don't want to give her no promo. Yeah, most of y'all know who it is. I'm just not. It's just my platform ain't for bigoted colonizers. So anyway, she became a stand for this popular trainer. I'm trying to think if I want to even give her credit as being an actual real trainer because reality TV. Anyway, she has her favorite popular TV trainer. And so Mr. told her she was about to order a DVD that she lost. She used to have her DVD and she lost it. Becky Yana. I'm going to call her Becky Yana. Okay. So Becky Yana is one of her go-tos for fitness DVDs when she gets back on her regimen. And so she had a DVD by Becky Yana and lost it. She was going to order it on Jeff's site. And so Mr. told her, you probably could find that at the thrift store somewhere, if you look around, right? This was weeks ago. And he said, you probably could find that at the thrift store if you look around. And so he just threw that out there, just mentioned it to her. So anyway, when we went to the thrift store, and I was balling out like I got an endless budget. It's funny because we always go in there, and he looks at me, and he says, only get stuff that you absolutely love and stuff of value. Like, don't just go get everything that's got the right color tag and is on sale. Don't just start picking up everything with that color tag and thinking we're gonna buy it. There's no reason for that. Like, I mean, we can afford it because it's the thrift store, but why get a bunch? You already have a bunch of stuff that you pay regular price for that you don't wear. Why get? It's not cheap because I got expensive taste. Even at the thrift store, somehow, like I know quality fabrics, I know quality stuff, and sometimes it might be a brand name that you and I never heard of, but it's high end, and that's why we never heard of it. But I can feel it and be like, oh my God, this is so amazing. This shit is $7. That's it. Oh my God, I'm getting this, right? The point is, he's like, I don't care how valuable it is. If you don't absolutely love it to the point where you're not going to wear it, then don't buy it. Why? Why do that? And he has a valid point. Before we go in, we get the pep talk. Don't go in here and go crazy. And I always go, okay. I was like, I've gotten better about it. I'm going to make sure I do that. And what do? We both know I'm going to go in there and start shopping like I'm a Kardashian. Just buying there. Oh, it's cute. I want this. I want this. I want this. I want it all. I want everything. I went there and did what I did. And in the meantime, he did what he does. He usually goes in the tool area and see if he can find him some tools. And he usually does. That's why I'm glad he does, because that makes it a fun trip for both of us to go on. And he usually has about 4 or 5 things, and I usually have about 150. About 150 items. Anyway, while I'm emptying the store, basically, he comes through and he's like, look what I found. And he found one of Beckiana's programs. And it also had an exercise jump rope in it, too. And so I was like, oh, man. I was like, that's cool, right? And so he was going to get it for it. Automatically, he was going to get it for his sister, of course. So he got it for his sister. Ooh. And then as we got in the line to check out, he was looking at the regular DVDs and stuff. Guess what was sitting right there in front of him? It was Becky Yana's DVD, and it was the exact DVD that his sister had and lost and was going to reorder on Jeff's site. See how things align? So he got it. So he got that, obviously. That shit was 75 cents. And I think it might have been half off that. How about that? So he got both things for her, obviously. And I was excited, I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. She gonna have that. And then I told you, her mentality. Even though I'm a credit, she has grown up a lot. Even beyond the age where in this country, people generally stop growing up if they grew up at all. So, but she's still evolving. And it took a couple of tragic things to happen in her life for that to happen. But it did. So anyway, we had some tensions in our relationship involving families because of me. You know what? I'm not going to take all that on because that's not my fault. Just because I was the one to break down and throw up the white flag and do shit their way, that doesn't mean it was my fault. It just means that I knew I wasn't going to be respected in the way that I needed to feel loved as family. That's not my fault. But anyway, there were some tensions because I like to be left the fuck alone. And it's kind of like Christians who say that God loves everybody, but if you don't worship like they worship, you doomed to go to hell. I'm looking at you like a hellbound person, looking down on you or whatever. But you steadily judging everybody else in the world on some shit that have nothing to do with character. Like you looking down on fat people, you looking down on you laughing at midgets, you writing people off as mentally unstable, but yet you enable people with the excuse of their mental instability, according to what's comfortable and convenient for you. It's that type of situation. So I'm the kind of person, and I'm okay with that, whatever you do. But I'm the kind of person where in that environment, I'm going to go and sit in the corner. Don't fuck with me. You know what? That's too much information. I'll edit all that out. The point is, there were tensions. And it definitely wasn't my fault. But the family structure is such that it can never be any of their fault. You understand me? In-law problems. So, there was tension every time we would go visit. And a lot of that tension could have been relieved if we would get there, if whenever the family were meeting together, that we would get there on time. And for whatever reason, we wouldn't get there on time. But it's going to automatically, he thinks I just see it as my fault. But everyone saw it as my fault except him. So, it was already my fault, that they don't get to see him as much as they'd like to. Obviously, that's going to be the spouse's fault no matter what. Especially if he's the baby. Anyway, all of that kind of dissolved when I went ahead and came out the cannabis closet. Do what you will, say what you will, judge what you want. This is what it is. But that ended up turning out to be the greatest. Look, this is Patreon worthy, but anyway, cannabis is beneficial in so many ways that you have no idea. You have no idea. Anyway, so I came out the closet on that, and it got to the point where whenever I go over there, well, since I came clean, when I go over there, I can meditate myself and make sure I'm in a receptive frame of mind, so I can put up with whatever. I'm ready for whatever. You want me what? Nah, I don't believe that. I was like, that's not something I value, but y'all go on, knock yourself out. I mean, it was comfortable. It has become comfortable to say, oh, I don't admire that kind of thing, so, yeah. Because they'll be talking about something that they really admire or something that they believe or something, and I'm just like, don't even look at me. Because don't look at me like I'm supposed to agree with that bullshit. That's some bullshit. I don't say that, but I'll say something to the effect of, I value different things. I can't count the time since I done came out the closet on my cannabis use that they talking about some bullshit, and I'm like, I brag different, child. I brag different. Go on, do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. So I'm just not a materialistic person. I value different things. I understand, but the thing about me is, I actually do understand that people have different. So I respect other people's differences, but I'm not gonna agree with you if I don't agree with you. Bitch, you admire the Kardashians. We really are on opposite ends of the spectrum on a lot of stuff, FYI. But we can get along. I don't have no problem getting along with anybody. As long as you morally straight, at least you genuinely intend to be morally balanced. Short story long. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, we go to the thrift store. We have a ball. I stay in there way too long, pick too much stuff like I usually do. But I've gotten to the point where at the end of my shopping spree where I have 2 baskets full of shit up to my nose, then I'll go in a corner somewhere and I'll actually thin out some of the stuff that I know good and damn well I'm probably not going to wear. So I'll thin all that stuff out. That'll get rid of about 20, 25 items. And I'll put those back. And then we go into the line. He found the other Becky Yana fitness DVD to get for his sister. Then we got in the car. And I heard a ding. And I was kind of worried at first. Because I knew, I'm like, the whole point of getting those was to get them for her. But I just didn't think we were going to go over there right after this. Because if I did, I wouldn't have worn any makeup. Because I don't wear makeup over there. Right? And I'm still mad about that, even though I didn't have to deal with any judgment, fortunately. Because everybody was busy with other stuff. There were other distractions from the time we walked up to the door. There were other distractions, thank God, because I did not want to hear any compliments about my makeup. The reason why the reason the tension happened on the way, keep it real, the reason why we fought on the way, we didn't really fight. It really was just tension. But it happened, and I heard the ding on the phone, and sure enough, it turned out to be her, because he sent her a picture of what he got for her, so he was going to bring it by. So I was like, oh, okay. I had glitter lips. I was like, okay. So I was sitting there, and I was like, how am I going to get this makeup off? And I was like, I can't wipe the makeup off, because then he's going to get mad and be like, why are you wiping your makeup off just because you're going over there? When I'm thinking, hell yeah, that's why I'm wiping my makeup off. We've had this discussion. I don't wear makeup over there. I mean, because they judge everything. So when I go over there, I go over there with no... The handful of you who have been here since the beginning know that when I go over there, I have my hair back, and no makeup on, no jewelry on, except for my wedding ring. I usually wear all black, or a dark color at least. I wear brown. I've worn chocolate brown too, deep chocolate, espresso brown too. You know, dark colors. So I'm just sitting there, and I got really quiet. I did get really quiet, but the reason why I got quiet is because I'm thinking, how am I going to get this makeup off before we get over here? Well, he was laughing and joking about something, but he knew something was going on. And I'm like, if I start wiping this makeup off, he's going to get mad. Like he don't know. Like he don't know how this goes. And I don't have no problem going over there. I've gotten to the point where I enjoy going over to visit his family. I enjoy it. Let me know if you want to know why. So anyway, I was like, I do not want to wear this makeup over there because I don't want to hear no compliments about some physical or material stuff that they assessing. Because I don't need their approval for nothing. Period. These are the same people. I sat and watched them, and that's what made me use the religion as an example. I sat and watched them pass judgment on some Jehovah's Witnesses about some shit that they do the exact step-for-step thing with. I'm like, y'all, they shading Jehovah's Witnesses on some shit that they did as overzealous extras. So I was sitting there the whole time like, I wish I was high back then, but I was sitting there like, word? And it was like, they steady kept saying they. Yeah, and they do this, and they do like this, and they do like that. Because they have Jehovah's Witnesses in the family, as we all do. And they do this, and they do, and I think they don't, and they wouldn't, they do this, they do. And I'm sitting there like, when you say they, do you mean y'all? Because y'all really judging people on some shit y'all do right now. Anyway, so I was like, how am I going to get this makeup off? I was like, okay, I will be well within reason to wipe this glitter off my lips, right? Because I can act like it was coming off anyway, or it was irritating my lips or something. And so I got a small Kleenex, and I licked my lips because I couldn't be obvious about putting some gloss on it or chapstick on it to loosen it up. So I started licking it, and then I took a napkin and I started wiping it off, right? So I was like, okay, I got the lipstick off, and I just sat there, and I was really concerned about the eyes because my eyes were done up. And I was sitting there, I was like, how am I going to get this eyeliner and mascara off and eyeshadow? How am I going to get this off? While I was trying to figure that out, he's like, everything okay? I was like, yeah, everything's good. And finally, he said, do you feel some kind of way about me springing this on you, going over to my parents' house? And I said, yeah. And he asked me why. I said, it's not just going over there. I was like, I don't mind going over there. I was like, I don't never have no problem going over there no more. I was like, just not without makeup on. And so I sat there because I knew that even though I just expressed that, if I proceeded to now take my makeup off, because now he knows this, even though he knew it, I was like, if I proceed to take my makeup off, he's still going to take it personal. He's still going to feel some kind of way about me taking my makeup, not wanting to wear makeup around his family. Now, to get to that story, to get to the story, why, first of all, I don't like I said, I always have worn, I stopped wearing jewelry when they started complimenting me on jewelry. I was able to slip off my earrings, too, before we got over there. But when I went over there and they started commenting on my jewelry, I stopped wearing jewelry over there. And they would comment on every time I wore anything that they hadn't seen before. So I made sure I wore the same clothes before. And they weren't offensive. In fact, they were complimentary. But because I've seen how they discuss other people, I don't want them discussing me at all, good or bad. And actually, I don't care whether they say bad stuff about me. It's just that when they say bad stuff about me, I want it to be the same bad stuff. You're going to have to complain about the same thing if you're going to badmouth me when I leave. If y'all talk about what skirt I have on, it's going to be the same one of a few skirts. If you're going to talk about my blouse, it's going to be one of the same blouse. My hair going to be the exact same way. Ain't going to be no jewelry to talk about. Ain't going to be none of that to talk about, right? Yeah, so I went years ago, and one of them said something about my makeup. And so I didn't say nothing. I just started wearing less makeup. A couple more times, somebody went as far as to call me Pancake 31. Now, old schoolers, you know where they come from. So the day I got called Pancake 31 was gonna be the last day they saw me in makeup. I was committed to it until they got fucked up the other day, and I still feel some kind of way about that. Because wasn't no problem with the visit. We could go over there every time we want to, but I should not be uncomfortable taking my makeup off when it makes the visit more comfortable for me. Why does me taking my makeup off affect the visit at all? It don't affect none of them. That means that's Mister's issue at that point. Even if I take it off because it's something that they said, it ain't no problem for me to take I ain't sit up there worried about what they said. I just take the makeup off so they don't have nothing to say. It's simple. Okay, they talk shit. I take the makeup off. How about that? Ain't no Pancake 31. Ain't no too much makeup. Ain't no too little makeup. Ain't no makeup to talk about. Period. They ain't over there saying, oh, why you don't wear? They might now say, I don't know why she don't wear makeup over here no more. They might say that now. Because they were used to me not wearing makeup over. Now all of a sudden it's gonna draw attention to the makeup all over again. A whole nother round of this bullshit. Anyway, we got over there, but it was late in the evening. And on top of that, as we approached the door, a whole nother visitor was coming, and that was a whole nother something to talk. And that visitor got bad mouthed as soon as that visitor left. See, that's what I'm talking about. If they talk shit about me when I walk out the door, I want them to have to stick to the same shit that they got to talk about. I don't want them to have no new shit to say about me. Say her long black skirt was fucked up. It was wrinkled. Her long sleeve black shirt was just as ugly as it was the last 4 times we saw it. You gonna talk about the same shit. Her hair was equally nappy as it always is when she come over. That's it. The last time they saw me in makeup was at a funeral. And that was gonna be the only time after I got called Pancake 31. Is at funerals or weddings. You know, funerals or weddings. I was gonna say something else, but period. So I'm still holding on to that angst of having to have worn makeup over there the last time. And knowing that the only distraction was a whole nother separate video about whom everybody was bad-mouthing after they left. I mean, the shit they was talking was true about the person, but I'm just saying, I know this is common. It's commonplace. And I don't have no problem with it. But I just want whatever shit you talk about this one to be the same few things. I'm not your Sarah Bartman. Whether you're black, whether you're white or black, or relatives or not. I'm not your Sarah Bartman. Okay? So anyway,